Have you ever thought that walking every day is the ultimate key to staying healthy as you age? Many seniors believe this, and it's easy to see why. Walking feels natural, keeps you moving, and seems like the perfect exercise. But what if I told you that relying only on walking after 70 might actually accelerate aging instead of slowing it down? The truth is, while walking helps keep you mobile, it doesn't address the deeper physical changes that happen as we age, like muscle loss, joint wear, and balance decline. These silent challenges can creep up on you, making everyday tasks harder and robbing you of your independence. But here is the good news. You don't have to accept this decline. By focusing on 5 simple yet powerful types of movement, beyond just walking, you can regain strength, improve balance, protect your joints, and even feel younger than you have in years. Picture yourself standing tall again, lifting groceries with ease or confidently stepping off a curb without fear of falling. These aren't just dreams, they're achievable realities when you take the right steps. In today's video, I'll walk you through these 5 essential exercises every senior must try. Together, we'll uncover how small adjustments to your routine can dramatically improve your quality of life and even add years to it. So stay with me until the end, because the final recommendation is something rarely talked about, but absolutely vital for your longevity and independence. One, strength training. Let's start with something that silently affects your strength every single day. Strength training. This is the missing piece that walking alone simply can't provide. Walking is wonderful for your heart and lungs, but here's what most people don't realize. It does almost nothing to prevent muscle loss. And after 70, muscle loss is a silent thief of independence. As we age, our bodies naturally lose 3 to 5% of muscle mass every decade, a condition called sarcopenia. This isn't just about looking strong, it's about staying independent. Think about it. Your ability to stand up from a chair, carry groceries, or climb stairs depends on your muscles far more than your ability to walk. Without enough strength, even the simplest tasks can become overwhelming. Take Richard from Boston as an example. At 75, he walked 2 miles every day for years, believing he was doing everything right. But gradually, he noticed small changes. Lifting his suitcase into the overhead bin became a struggle. Getting up from his favorite chair required more effort. And one morning, he couldn't even open his medication bottle without help. Despite all that walking, Richard's muscles were weakening because he wasn't doing any strength training. The good news: you don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment to reverse muscle loss. Simple exercises like wall push-ups, resistance band routines, or even lifting household items like soup cans can make a remarkable difference in just weeks. In fact, studies show that maintaining muscle mass is directly linked to a longer lifespan, better brain function, and even improved immune response. Your muscles do more than just help you move. They produce compounds that protect your brain and fight inflammation throughout your body. And here's something fascinating. Having adequate muscle mass can improve how well your medications work. Your body processes prescriptions more effectively when you're strong, which means you might need lower doses and experience fewer side effects. Want to check where you stand right now? Try this simple test. Sit in a chair and without using your hands, stand up completely. Then sit back down and repeat. If you can do this 5 to 10 times without struggling, that's excellent. But if it's difficult or impossible, it's a clear sign that your leg strength needs immediate attention. Strength training isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. So let me ask you, what everyday task has become more challenging for you lately? Is it carrying groceries, getting up from chairs, or maybe opening jars? Share your experience in the comments below. We're here to help each other overcome these challenges. 2. Balance training. Now let's talk about something equally important that walking alone can't provide: balance training. This is a skill that could literally save your life in an instant. You might think that because you can walk a mile without falling, your balance is just fine. But here's something surprising. Walking on flat, predictable surfaces does very little to maintain the complex balance systems your body relies on every day. It's like having a smoke detector that's never tested. You won't know it's failing until there's an emergency. Falls aren't just accidents. They're the number one cause of injury among adults over 70, sending more seniors to hospitals than any other single event. And what's truly heartbreaking is that many people never fully recover their independence after a serious fall. The CDC reports that 1 in 4 Americans aged 65 and older falls each year, yet fewer than half tell their doctor about it. Why? Because admitting balance problems feels like admitting you're getting old. But the truth is, balance decline sneaks up on you. Your brain and body have amazing compensation systems that hide small balance issues, until suddenly, one day, you reach for something on a shelf and feel that terrifying moment of instability. By then, significant balance capability has already been lost. Margaret from Minneapolis learned this at age 73. She walked 2 miles daily for years and considered herself very fit. But one winter morning, stepping off a curb, her foot slipped slightly. She didn't fall. She caught herself just in time, but that moment of terror stayed with her. I realized I was one bad step away from a broken hip, she told me later. Her doctor explained that her balance systems had weakened despite all her walking. What happened to Margaret? Walking primarily challenges forward movement in predictable environments. It doesn't train the vestibular system in your inner ear, the proprioceptors in your joints, or the quick response muscles that prevent falls when something unexpected happens. These systems need specific challenges to stay sharp. The great news is that balance can improve at any age with the right exercises. And they're surprisingly simple. Standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, walking heel to toe as if on a tightrope, or gently shifting your weight from side to side while standing. These movements create mild instability that teaches your body to respond more quickly when genuinely unstable situations occur. What many don't realize is that balance training does more than prevent falls. It actually improves brain function. Your cerebellum, which coordinates movement, shares neural connections with parts of your brain responsible for memory and cognition. Research shows that improving balance can enhance overall brain performance. A remarkable 2-for-1 benefit. Want to check your current balance? Try this. Stand near a counter for safety. Lift one foot an inch off the ground and see if you can hold steady for 10 seconds without touching anything for support. If this is difficult, your balance needs immediate attention. I'm curious, when was the last time you felt unsteady or had to grab something to prevent a fall? Was it reaching for something, getting out of the shower, or another situation? Share in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else recognize their own balance issues before a fall happens. Three, flexibility and mobility. Now, let's move to our third priority, flexibility and mobility. This is what determines how comfortably you'll move through each day. When you think about staying active, walking might be the first thing that comes to mind. However, there's a crucial element that walking alone neglects: maintaining your flexibility and range of motion. As we age, our joints naturally tighten and our muscles become less pliable. This can lead to limited movement and discomfort. Imagine trying to turn your head while driving, only to realize it feels stiff and uncomfortable, or reaching for a box on a high shelf and finding it far more challenging than it used to be. These small moments may seem trivial, but they are significant indicators that your flexibility is declining, and that decline can impact your independence, making everyday tasks feel like burdens rather than simple routines. Take Thomas, an active 78-year-old who walked every day. He believed he was doing everything right until he noticed that getting out of bed felt like a struggle. Bending down to tie his shoes became a chore, and turning his head to check for traffic was no longer effortless. Despite his dedication to walking, he found himself increasingly stiff and uncomfortable. Thomas learned the hard way that walking alone does not prevent joint stiffness or enhance flexibility. Why does this matter? When your body lacks flexibility, you risk developing stiffness that can lead to pain and limit your ability to perform daily activities. The good news is that you can improve your flexibility with simple yet effective exercises that require no special equipment. Dynamic stretching and gentle mobility movements can be easily incorporated into your daily routine. Consider starting with neck rotations. Slowly turn your head from side to side, feeling the gentle stretch in your neck muscles. Shoulder circles are another fantastic way to increase mobility. Just roll your shoulders forward and backward to release tension. Gentle yoga movements like cat-cow stretches or seated forward bends can also work wonders for your body. helping keep your joints lubricated and pain-free. Research has shown that improving flexibility can reduce pain and even enhance circulation, allowing blood to flow more freely throughout your body. This increase in circulation not only alleviates stiffness, but also helps improve your energy levels and overall well-being. Let's check in on your current flexibility with a simple self-assessment. Sit comfortably and turn your head as far as you can to one side, then the other. How does it feel? Do you notice any tightness or restrictions? If so, it's a sign that your flexibility needs attention. I want to hear from you. Which movements have become more challenging for you lately? Is it bending down, reaching up, or even twisting to grab something off the shelf? Sharing your experiences can help us all better understand how to tackle these changes together. 4. Core strength and posture. Now that we've explored flexibility and mobility, let's move on to something equally vital: core strength and posture. These are the invisible foundations of your body, supporting everything from your spine to your breathing. Surprisingly, walking alone does almost nothing to strengthen your core muscles or improve posture. Yet, these deep stabilizing muscles are like the foundation of a house. When they weaken, everything else starts to shift and crack. After 70, poor posture isn't just about appearance. It fundamentally changes how your body functions. Look at any group of seniors and you'll notice something striking. Many are gradually leaning forward with rounded shoulders and a curved upper back. This isn't inevitable with age. It's the result of weakened core muscles failing to hold the spine in proper alignment. Barbara from Phoenix experienced this firsthand at age 76. She walked religiously for decades, 3 miles every morning, and believed she was doing everything right. But over time, she found herself battling constant upper back pain and restricted breathing. Looking at photos from her granddaughter's graduation, she hardly recognized herself. When did I start looking so hunched over? She wondered. Her doctor explained that despite all her walking, her core muscles had weakened significantly, allowing her spine to collapse forward. The turning point came when Barbara learned simple core activation exercises she could do anywhere. Instead of adding more walking to her routine, she started practicing movements like standing against a wall with her shoulders and head touching the surface, gently pressing her lower back toward the wall while breathing normally. She also tried seated pelvic tilts while watching TV and gentle abdominal bracing while standing in line at the grocery store. Within just 6 weeks, Barbara noticed remarkable changes. Her back pain diminished, her breathing felt easier, and friends commented that she looked taller and more confident. "I feel like I've reclaimed inches of height I thought were gone forever," she told me. What's particularly fascinating about core strength is how it affects your entire body. Your core muscles don't just support your spine. They create a stable platform that allows your lungs to fully expand, your digestive system to function efficiently, and even your heart to pump with less strain. Research shows that improved posture can increase lung capacity by as much as 30% in some seniors, which means more oxygen reaching every cell in your body. Want to check your current posture? Try this simple test. Stand with your back against a wall with your heels, buttocks, shoulders, and head all touching the surface. Is this position comfortable, or does it feel unnatural? If maintaining contact between all these points is difficult, your posture has likely shifted away from optimal alignment. I'm curious, what changes have you noticed in your posture over the years? Do you find yourself slouching more, or has someone commented that you're not standing as tall as you used to? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights might help others recognize similar changes in themselves. 5. Joint protection. Finally, let's talk about something crucial: joint protection. This is an area where walking alone can sometimes do more harm than good, especially after the age of 70. Here's something that might surprise you. Walking, particularly on hard surfaces like sidewalks or shopping malls, can actually accelerate joint wear and tear as we age. You see, as we grow older, the cushioning cartilage in our knees, hips, and ankles naturally thins. Our bodies produce less synovial fluid, the natural lubricant that keeps joints moving smoothly, and the shock-absorbing structures that once protected our joints become less resilient. When these changes occur, the repetitive impact of thousands of steps on hard surfaces can gradually damage the very joints you're trying to keep healthy. For many seniors, joint pain becomes the primary reason they stop being active altogether. And once that happens, a difficult cycle begins. Less movement leads to more stiffness, which leads to even less movement. Independence doesn't slip away because of a sudden event. It often fades quietly when walking becomes too painful to continue. Take William from Chicago as an example. At 77, he prided himself on walking 2 miles every morning, rain or shine. But gradually, his knees began hurting, not just during his walks, but for hours afterward. "I thought I just needed to push through it," he told me. "My father always said no pain, no gain." But William's doctor explained that the persistent pain wasn't building strength. It was a warning sign that his joints were being damaged with each step. The solution wasn't to stop moving. It was to change how he moved. William's doctor recommended low-impact alternatives that would strengthen the muscles around his joints without the constant pounding. He began swimming 3 times weekly at his local YMCA, using a stationary recumbent bike on other days, and practicing gentle chair-based movements that maintained mobility without stress. Within a month, William's knee pain had decreased dramatically. "I'm moving more than ever," he reported, "but without the constant aching that used to keep me up at night." What's more, these varied movements improved his overall mobility in ways that walking alone never did. The science behind this is fascinating. Different types of movement create varying pressure patterns that help distribute synovial fluid throughout the joint space, like working oil into a squeaky hinge. This improved lubrication reduces friction and provides essential nutrients to cartilage. Water exercises are particularly effective because they allow full range of motion with minimal joint stress. The buoyancy of water removes about 90% of your body weight from your joints, while still providing resistance for muscle strengthening. Here's a simple way to assess your current joint health. Pay attention to how your body feels 1 hour after walking. Do your knees, hips, or feet feel comfortable? Or do you experience aching, stiffness, or discomfort? Post-activity pain that lasts more than an hour is your body's way of saying this movement is causing stress, not health. One benefit rarely discussed is how improved joint health can reduce medication dependence. Many seniors find that with proper joint care, their need for pain relievers decreases significantly. William was able to stop taking daily anti-inflammatory medications entirely after 3 months of joint-friendly exercise. Before making any changes to your routine, though, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your specific joint conditions, overall health, and medication regimen all factor into creating the safest approach for you. I'd love to hear from you. Do you experience any discomfort in your knees, hips, or feet after walking? How long does it typically last? Your experiences might help others recognize similar patterns in themselves. Now that we've covered all 5 critical areas, strength training, balance exercises, flexibility work, core activation, and joint-friendly alternatives, it's time to bring everything together. These aren't just exercises. They're tools to help you reclaim your independence, protect your body, and live a fuller, healthier life. Remember, aging doesn't mean decline. It means adapting, finding smarter ways to move so your body can continue to support you in everything you love to do. Whether it's playing with your grandchildren, traveling, or simply enjoying the freedom of living independently, these 5 priorities are your foundation for a better future. Your body can still respond, adapt, and grow stronger at any age. But the first step is action. Identify which area needs your attention most urgently. Whether it's building strength to lift groceries with ease, improving balance to prevent falls, enhancing flexibility for greater comfort, correcting posture for better breathing, or protecting posture for better breathing. Your joints from wear and tear. Start small if you need to. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these 5 priorities resonated most with you? What challenges are you facing in your daily life? Your experiences could inspire someone else to take that first step toward improvement. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly tips on aging wisely. Next week, I'll share a simple morning routine that incorporates all 5 areas in just 15 minutes. A powerful way to start your day feeling energized and confident. Until then, remember, it's never too late to move better, feel better, and live better. You have the power to rewrite your story of aging, and it starts today.